What's up, nerds? Welcome back.
We're your hosts. I'm Chad.
I'm Jake.
This week, we're going to talk about Josstice League Snyder Cut.
We're also going to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier because the first episode came out on Friday the 19th.
And this week, we are sponsored by Crybaby Craig's. It's the best damn hot sauce around.
We're also sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks. 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 crash.
So let's get into it.
This is the All Things Nerd Podcast. Nerd. Yeah. All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode this week of the All Things Nerd Podcast. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone who participated in our live stream last week. We had a blast.
So much fun.
So much fun.
I mean, we were only going to do an hour, and I think the video ended up being...
it was like 2.5 hours, yeah.
But, only because you guys were still talking to us, so
yeah.
I guess they'll go as long as you guys want them to go for.
Yeah, moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to try and do those, something like that, at least once a month. Yeah. It might not always be. We might
switch up the games a little bit. Like, we might not do a power hour every time, but we're going to do some sort of game.
Yeah, some sort of game.
We were talking about it a little bit today. We got some cool ideas coming up. Yeah. Stuff that's going to benefit you guys as far as prizes go and shit like that.
Yeah, we might not just do trivia giveaways. We might just do one big giveaway for an episode. Who knows?
We're working on some cool stuff. We got some t-shirts coming in the near future, and
some t-shirts, some stickers, a whole bunch of awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So,
so let's get into the Snyder Cut. I mean, that's.
Oh my God! It was so good.
It was so good. I mean, if you've seen the shit version, we call it the Josstice League. It's the Joss Whedon version of Justice League. Watch it and then watch this one, the Snyder Cut. It's night and day. It's unbelievable.
It's incredible the differences. Right off the bat, the opening sequence is completely different. We don't get that stupid CGI'd mustache removal, Superman bullshit. No. Where he's talking and being weird and has a fake lip,
fake face.
Yeah,
the whole body from his nose down was just
someone else.
Weird. Yeah.
From the nose up, he looked like Henry Cavill. From the nose down, he looked like Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
Yeah, great guy, Ron. But looks nothing like Henry Cavill.
No. Yeah, it's weird. I mean.
So it starts off super dramatic. It basically starts at the death of Superman.
So I'm holding back a sneeze. I didn't want to do it into the fucking microphone. Sorry.
Just turn. That's fine.
Okay, we're good. Sorry.
Our sinuses are a little free and open today. Yeah. We had Indian food.
Some spicy Indian food. Thanks, Amrita, for the plug.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah. For those of you that live near the Bloomington, Minnesota area, it's Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. It's something like that.
It'd be cool if it was Hyderabad.
It would be cool if it was
Hyderabad.
Not.
It's like Hyderabad. Hyderabad.
Yeah. Really great food, though.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right off of Penn and American Boulevard in Bloomington. Yeah. Anyways, the Snyder Cut, just so good.
Yeah, our whole shtick is we're just gonna talk about the important parts and not take an hour and a half to tell a story here. So we're trying
take an hour and a half to describe a 30-minute episode.
It was what I liked about it is that they split it up into chapters. So there was 7 or 8 chapters.
They did 6 chapters, and then there was an epilogue instead of like a post-credit scene.
So there's good stopping points if you don't want to watch a 4-hour movie.
Yeah.
Point being.
Yeah, I think that's what we did. We watched the first 4 parts and then paused it and then finished it up separately later. Yeah. And it was really good that way. Yeah, it made sense. First off, we actually get a story arc for the Flash and Cyborg.
I mean, they're like literally they're the main characters of the movie. It's not Batman and Superman Josstice League made it seem. Cyborg's character is super important because he was basically created from A mother box.
A mother box.
Yeah.
They
Which
also
are the
call
three,
it the change engine. Basically, it's 3 boxes.
The Trinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That are just unlimited power. They have
Yeah.
the ability to create and destroy.
And when merged together, which is called the Trinity, they're unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, it was so cool.
It was so cool. I don't even know where to. I could talk for hours about the movie itself, but we're not doing that. So
yeah,
it's just
it was
really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 4-hour movie.
Ben Affleck is not a bitch in it.
No, he's
League,
actually gotten a lot of praise for his portrayal as Batman and Bruce Wayne in this, because he's a little bit more human.
Yeah, in Josstice League, he was a big weenie. He was running. Every time you saw him, he was hiding under a rock or behind something. And this one, he's in the fight and he's doing cool shit. Like you said, there's more emotion to his character. It was awesome.
Yeah, and they explained some more of his like suit tech, because if you remember in the crappy version, like he's taking the laser blast to his arm and he's just like taking it. And it's like, how?
Yeah.
But they actually show like Alfred
Superman
developing it.
Yeah, and they show Superman just like blast him with his
with his laser eyes after they bring him back to life.
Well, I mean, the one arm he has to remove, but the other he takes it. Yeah, it's just
yeah, it's so good.
That's badass.
The color of the entire film. Yeah, it feels like it's a continuation of Dawn of Justice, the Batman vs Superman movie.
There's no weird family out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, like the only residents in this abandoned town just happens to be Wanda and Pietro Maximoff and their parents.
Yeah, that was just the strangest thing that they did in that movie, and they just didn't. In this movie, that's not the case at all. And
it's literally just an abandoned city. Yeah. Which makes a lot more sense because it was an old nuclear town that had a meltdown, so everyone evacuated. Yeah. Everyone, not everyone, except for these 4 random suburban families in Russia.
Yeah. Also, let's start Steppenwolf, man.
Steppenwolf looks bad. Well, first off, this one is rated R.
Yeah. Yep.
So when there's brutal fight scenes, there is blood.
Yeah. Which is dope.
You see alien guts when they die instead of just like a green mist that makes no sense.
Yeah. That was dumb.
Yeah, it made sense.
Joss Whedon hopefully is like crawling under a rock right now after the reviews of this movie came out.
Maybe he can go back and reboot Angel or something.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something dumb. That's what he's good at. Yeah. But yeah, this movie's so cool. So Steppenwolf looks like a straight up fucking demon. I mean...
Yeah, and a warrior.
Like the horns that he has in this movie compared to Josstice League are actual horns. They're not a helmet that he's wearing.
Yeah, and he has like modular armor that adjusts to, where he's getting hit from.
Yeah. It's dope. It moves like when he gets pissed. And he goes like, and they're like, all the spikes like... Yeah, it's dope.
And when he's getting hit with arrows, like they're actually like piercing the armor.
Hitting him,
instead of just like bouncing off. And he's not just like flicking arrows out of the way from the Amazons.
The Amazons, yeah. That was
He's
cool.
actually like taking damage, so you can see how powerful this dude really is. Mm-hmm. But also what's crazy about it is that this movie kind of makes him out to be like middle management. Like he's kind of he's like the Michael Scott of Darkseid's army. Yeah, where he's not fully
they don't have
qualified,
a ton of, and they don't have a ton of confidence in him to get the job done. But speaking on that is we also get to actually see Darkseid. Yeah, which is awesome.
And that was a huge difference. Also was when they showed like the flashback war when Darkseid's forces first came to Earth and fought like the Atlanteans, the Amazons, the gods, and men all together. Mm-hmm. They were actually, it was actually Darkseid that was there. Yeah. Yep. Instead of just Steppenwolf, who then gets like hit with one arrow and then cries and has to get dragged away.
Yeah. What?
Like the storytelling of this actually made sense.
Yeah, it was way better.
Granted, it was a 4-hour movie. I mean, it was long.
It was long, but it was entertaining.
And but because it was so long, it made sense.
Yeah,
all the story plots and parts actually came together and made sense.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really, really cool. And see, like the scene when they bring Superman back to life was just way better.
Yeah.
Than the Josstice League. Sorry, I keep calling him that. You're
no,
the one who told me that. So
I saw it online and I was like, this just describes it.
Yeah.
It's not the Justice League. It's Joss Whedon filtered Instagram post about the Justice League. It was way better.
League. The fight between the Justice League and Superman was better.
Yeah, it was more intense. It wasn't just Lois Lane showing up and then Clark being like, oh, my bad.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I know who I am now.
Yeah.
Like, even after the fight ended, like, he had to, like, rediscover who he was and, like, remember and stuff like that.
Yeah. Man, I'm trying to think of that. What are, like, the key points of this movie? The differences is the key points is because that's where it made sense.
Yeah.
And the differences in the two movies.
Well, even just the dialogue in scenes that were the same back to back.
Yeah, oh my God, it wasn't corny. Like, Joss Whedon tried to make, like, dumb jokes between the characters.
And I still thought that the Snyder Cut had humor in it.
Well, yeah.
But it made sense.
Yeah.
It was in character for what was being said. Like...
Well, like, that whole...
Arthur Curry is sarcastic as shit.
Yeah.
But we don't...
I like that part, actually, where I don't think it was supposed to be funny, but just when he's like, how do we know we can trust Cyborg or whatever? And Cyborg's like, you trying to say something? And he goes, oh, I'm saying it. Yeah, that was cool.
And we don't get that cheesy scene of Aquaman sitting on the lasso of truth and, like, basically just showing that he's a big old softy. Like,
we're all gonna die. You're really attractive.
Yeah, like, he still got to be funny. You still got to see, like, the emotions of him, like, as he's talking about, like, his dad. And then in this version, Cyborg's dad, Cyrus, does die.
Yeah.
He didn't die in the Justice version. But Aquaman is like, hey, we got to cut him some slack. Like, he just lost his father. Like, you get to see the emotion that Aquaman carries as being, both a man and an Atlantean.
Yeah, he's not
but in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, he's not a total douchebag.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a bro.
Yeah.
who can talk to fish.
I did like that they didn't make his hair so, like, fluffy.
Yeah.
And, like, permed. Or whatever you want to
in
call
gold,
it.
And he didn't have as many highlights.
Yeah,
and
it just it wasn't so pretty. It was just, like, long
The
hair.
scenes when he was... Where it clearly... I mean, he just kind of air dries, So, like, he's not going to have a perfect blowout. Like,
that's the word I was looking for. Yes. He had in Josstice League, he had a full-on blowout in every scene. When his hair wasn't wet, he had a blowout.
Yeah, he looked like, what was that dude's name?
I think Fran Drescher.
I was thinking Fabio.
Fabio? Yeah. No, Fabio's hair was famously, like, straightened, though.
Was it straightened? I thought it was, like, waving curly.
He always had, like, straightened, like, gold locks. Why do I know this?
I don't. Product of the 80s, my man. But we... Wow. But also with that, like, just their... I guess it comes down to just the overall color scheme.
Yeah.
Things aren't brightened up. Like, there's literally a scene where the lighting is very similar in both versions, but Wonder Woman's, like, jacket that she's wearing is clearly brightened, so that, like, the red and the gold buttons of her jacket pop. And in the Snyder Cut, you can tell that she's wearing, like, a maroon jacket, and that it's nice, but it's not like, hey, let's make this the focal point just so that everyone knows that it's still Wonder Woman, even though the actress hasn't changed partway through the film. People might have forgotten, so let's make sure that her colors are visible.
Right, yeah.
Like,
so stupid. A big thing that happened that we didn't get in Josstice League was we get to meet Martian Manhunter for the first time. And it's General Swanwick? Sandwick?
I don't remember what his name is.
He is the African-American general guy.
Yeah, the Air Force general.
From
Man of Steel, Superman.
Man of Steel, Superman, yeah.
I think he has a small part in...
He does, in Batman vs.
Justice,
Superman, yeah. Because he's the one that Lois goes to about the bullets, because they were custom bullets. In,
oh, right, yeah.
You're right. So it turns out that he has been Martian Manhunter all along.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking cool.
And for those of you that don't know, Martian Manhunter is an alien.
Yeah.
He's...
Green.
And, yeah.
He's green.
He's like Squidward colored. Kind of like a palish blue-green. Kind of don't know how old he is. At least there's not like a defined age for him.
He's very old.
Yeah, he's fairly ancient.
He's been around since the original time of Heroes, and the first time of Heroes was when like Hercules and shit like that was.
Yeah, and Zeus fought alongside the Amazons, and Atlantis hadn't sank yet. Oh, excuse me.
So in this, we finally get to see him, and he kind of basically says that, like, I didn't think the time of Heroes was ever going to happen in my lifetime, and I want to be a part of it because I like it here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. And it was cool.
He's a shapeshifter, because we actually see him earlier in the film.
As Martha Kent?
Yeah. So that entire scene plays out differently also, where instead of Martha coming to see Lois at the Daily Planet, she just goes to Lois and Clark's apartment. Yeah. Kind of talks to her, tells about how she lost the farm.
Which is basically, I mean, it's Martian Manhunter the whole time, and he's just trying to get Lois to go back to her life. Yeah. Yeah, because she hasn't been doing stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, they have this professional relationship, this friendship, and he trusts her because she does good work as a journalist, and he's trying to motivate her to get back out there and live her life.
But the cool scene is
well, it's a two-part cool scene in my opinion, because so Martha leaves the apartment because at this point she's still Martian Manhunter is still shapeshift as Martha.
Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter.
Marsha.
Steps outside of the apartment. Her eyes start to glow red, and I was like, "What?" And then
turns into
shapeshifts into Martian Manhunter,
and then back into General Swanwick.
Yeah,
Swanwick, whatever his name is.
We should have looked that up, but
it's okay.
That guy. And then he leaves, and then it shows Lois like sitting on her bed. She opens up her dresser drawer. You see like her press pass for the Daily Planet, but right next to it is a pregnancy test.
Boom. I won't drop your mic because it looks expensive, but
well, it wasn't that bad. But then it shows Lois basically like get up and go to the bathroom, and then it's kind of left open ended.
She's pregnant.
She preggers.
She's pregnant.
Zack Snyder even.
Which have you ever seen?
Kind of like hinted / confirmed it.
You seen Mallrats?
A long time ago.
Man, there's a part in there. This is way off topic, but there's a part in there.
Deep cut.
There's a part in there where Brody is talking about Lois and Superman's kid, and he's like, "There's no possible way that her womb could take Superman's kid. He would fucking finger blast his way out of there." He doesn't say finger blast. He would tear through her womb like it was nothing. The only person who has the womb that could handle Superman's kid is Wonder Woman. And then he says, not to mention that I'm sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
The only way Lois could take a cum blast from Superman, because it would be like a shotgun firing through her body, is with a kryptonite condom, but that would kill him.
Well, it would probably just give him symptoms of ED.
But yeah, back to the movie. Great movie. Sorry, I just had to... That part. It does raise an eyebrow.
Yes.
So you're like, oh, my baby's kicking, but if it's Superman's kid, he would kick right through her fucking stomach. Oh, hi, Katie.
For those of you that saw that, that's my dog.
This is his dog.
She's being super clingy right now. Oh, don't growl at the people outside. You're fine. Just go. But don't growl. And then on top of all of that, we get Superman in black suit.
Yep, black suited Superman, which is kind of cool because the Schneider cut was the original like 3 movies it was supposed to be.
I think this one was supposed to be 2, and then...
But like all in all,
yeah, we were going to get 3 films, yeah.
They were going to dive into why... I will just fill that in for some of you who don't know comics as well as we do.
Yeah.
The black suit harnesses the sun's power more for Clark.
Because those of you that have ever worn a black shirt in the summertime, you know it gets way hotter than if you wear like a white shirt or a blue shirt.
And Superman draws his power from the sun. He
absorbs the sun's radiation.
So the suit, because he was just resurrected, is supposed to make him a little stronger faster, rather than if you put the blue suit back on, he wouldn't have been as strong.
Yeah.
So
that's...
Black suit Superman, badass. And they kept it throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I thought maybe towards the end they would show him in the blue suit again, but at the end of the movie, when he rips his shirt open, it's black suit, which is dope.
It was super cool. And...
No mullet, though.
No mullet.
No mullet, though.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah. Like, longer hair would have been cool. I still have...
He was only dead for like 6 months, and your hair kind of stops growing.
The only thing I still have a problem with in both the Josstice League and the Schneider Cut is that when they resurrect Superman, he's fully clothed. But then when he fucking wakes up and is, like, in the sky, he's completely shirtless. I get it, Henry Cavill's a very chiseled man, but...
I think it was because when the Flash, like...
burned all of his clothes off except for his pants.
Well, they can't show a super peen.
Why? If there's no dong. Sorry, it's it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know what I'm talking about? No, there's like an episode where they get like picked to do like a review a movie, and it's like a crappy like Dolph Lundgren like action movie, but it's supposed to be like the 6th installment in the movie. And they get all pissed off because in all of the other movies they show his dick. And in this one they like geared it towards like kids, so it's like PG-13. So the gang, as they call it in Always Sunny, gets all pissed off, and they're like, if we don't get to see his dong, what's the point of this movie?
That's fun.
Yeah. So but yeah, no, I thought that was weird. But yeah, you're right, it probably just burnt off. It's whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
the fighting was way better.
There's blood.
Lots of blood.
Steppenwolf hardcore dies.
I mean, it's like Superman pummels him, which is awesome. Yeah, and it's not like there's no
his horns.
There's no cheesy. You know what I'm a big fan of? Justice.
Yeah.
There's no cheesy line.
Really, his opening line when he starts to fight Steppenwolf is swinging his axe at Arthur, at Aquaman.
Someone,
and Superman comes in, stops, it just like hits him, and he just looks at it and goes, not impressed. And then we get to see him use his ice breath.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, he freezes it and then shatters it.
Yeah. So that entire fight scene is awesome.
Jesus.
Sorry, she's being super clingy today.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just go lay down, honey. Go lay down.
She's just gonna come over here.
Yep, there she goes. Well, but now before we get into the most anticipated part that we were all most excited for, the epilogue, of the film. Because I mean, other than that, the story plays out about the same. There's just some differences.
Yeah, it's way better. You just gotta go watch the movie. I don't want to give away too much because
and if you've already seen Joss Whedon's. Yeah, there's a lot of flaws with it, but it basically tells the same story, just in a way shittier way. But the overall theme of the movie is about the same.
The Joss Whedon version is rushed because it's like 2 hours in I think like 10 minutes.
And they don't resurrect Superman until like an hour and 15 minutes into it.
Yeah, it's very dumb.
So that's a bit rough also. But there's the epilogue, which is they actually expand on that nightmare scene and that nightmare dream that Bruce has.
Yeah.
Now, before we do that, though, we do need to talk about one of our sponsors, which this week is it's Crybaby Craig's.
Crybaby Craig's.
So listen up. Jake will tell you all about it. Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today. All right, guys. Now, I think the biggest part of the Snyder Cut that we have to talk about is the nightmare sequence, the epilogue.
Which in this movie they saved for the very end of the movie. It wasn't
Yeah.
sprinkled out. Yeah.
I mean, we got like a flash of it
Yeah.
partway through the movie.
Yeah.
Basically, Cyborg gets a vision from the mother box right before they ignite it to resurrect Superman. But this actually goes in depth, and it's post-apocalyptic. Basically, the Justice League loses their fight against Darkseid in the future.
Well, and then we should mention, because it wasn't during that scene in the epilogue, they do show, if you've seen the crap version, the Josstice League, when Superman does, in that nightmare scene when Superman does confront Bruce, he says, "I loved her and you took her from me."
Wasn't that in Dawn of Justice?
Oh, it was. Yeah, that was after... Fuck, you're right. You're so right.
Yeah,
but still, that's important to mention, because in this one... not in the nightmare scene, but you do get to see. I think it's at that part that you're talking about where Cyborg sees a glimpse of everything.
Yeah.
Real quick before they resurrect Superman, they show Superman on his knees holding a burned up body, and then Darkseid basically comes over and sticks his hand on Superman's shoulder as an embrace.
And so. It's safe to assume that burnt corpse is Lois Lane. Yeah. But for the actual nightmare sequence, it's, Earth is overrun by parademons and Darkseid's army, and
they're working with the bad guys. They're working with Slade Wilson, which is what's his fucking name?
Deathstroke.
Deathstroke. Thank you.
Yep. Joe Mangiolone,
whatever. Sofia Vergara's husband.
That's her husband. Wow, I didn't know that they were married, but that makes sense.
Well, maybe they're not married. They're together.
Okay, well,
good for him.
He's a badass. He's also hilarious.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever watched How I Met Your Mother, he plays Brad, Marshall's bro friend from law school.
I remember.
Yeah,
he was in the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, he plays Flash Thompson.
He was the bully.
Which is also kind of fun. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, Deathstroke is he's a mercenary. He's like a superhuman mercenary.
He's DC's version of, only without superpowers, Wade Wilson.
Yeah, he's kind of like a Deadpool.
He's Deadpool. Yeah. But that's why it's so funny that because they found this out about each other, DC and Marvel, and they were like, well, we'll just name him Slade Wilson
instead of Wade Wilson.
Yeah. And it's been like an ongoing joke for them. But yeah, death scene or nightmare scene. Sorry, we got sent.
No, it's fine.
But yeah,
and so it's Batman, the Flash, who now has like that super tech suit.
Yep.
That we kind of get a glimpse of
in Batman vs.
Superman when he comes through the Speed Force to warn Bruce Wayne about Superman and Lois.
Lois is the key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has like that. It's like a full on like metal.
It looks like that lizard that like goes like.
But like what?
Yeah, from like Jurassic Park, So it's like thing like opens up like that rather than,
Yeah, instead of just like a cowl.
Yeah.
It's Flash. It's also Cyborg, who has some upgrades.
Yep.
It's
Mira.
Amber crap Heard.
There's a dog outside and we're waiting for Katie to just flip tits.
Because it's the dog across the hall that she does not like. But anyways, so it's oh, there she goes. It's Slade, Batman, Cyborg, Flash, Mira, and
the fucking Joker, man.
And the Joker. And who plays this version of the Joker?
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. But it's not the crappy Suicide Squad version with all the tattoos.
No face tattoos this time.
He's got the long, greasy green hair, the smeared makeup.
Yeah. And he does a magic trick.
And he... Does he?
Yeah. When he goes like this, he pulls the card out of nowhere. The Joker card.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He does.
Popping each other's assholes.
Not popping each other's assholes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. But, yeah, and they're on the run. They're hiding from the parademons.
From Superman.
And from Superman.
Yeah. Because they specifically say, we need to get out of sight before he finds us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mira, says some dumb shit about...
Because at this point in time, Wonder Woman and Aquaman are both dead.
Yeah.
And she wants revenge for Aquaman's death. And for some reason, she has a slightly British accent in this.
What the fuck was with that? She sucks. Anyways,
it's not good. Because also her slightly British accent is not very good. I'm gonna find this even more hilarious if it turns out that she is English.
She's not.
That's really unfortunate. I kind of wish that she was, because then her accent would be even worse.
Yeah.
Like, you don't sound right.
Yeah.
Maybe get that pity dick out of your mouth. Oof. Sorry. Oh, not sorry, though.
We hate her.
Yeah, she's not good.
Yeah. Johnny.
At anything.
Johnny.
Yeah. Justice for Johnny.
Justice for Johnny.
We still need it. We're still waiting on it. It can come.
But yeah, we get to see Joker.
And him and Batman have kind of a long exchange.
Yeah.
Joker's like, how many timelines go to hell because of you?
Yeah.
Because basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to find a way to turn back time through the Flash, presumably, to reset the timeline so that Superman doesn't go evil.
I would assume to save Lois.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is what we would have seen had Zack Snyder continued the Justice League movies.
And there's a call for him too, and he's kind of on the fence as to whether or not he just wants to be done or if he will continue.
Yeah.
Hopefully he does.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, it was still great to see the Snyder cut.
Yes. Very much so.
But one thing that happened in the exchange between Joker and Batman that really got me was he calls Batman Bruce. He calls him by his name, which doesn't happen, in other film iterations. It happens in some
Chad and I
comic stories.
Slightly disagree on this because Chad thinks that...
Well, it also comes down to, like, the different story arcs, because there's been how many reimaginings of Batman and the Joker. I'll let you go first, though.
I just don't think it ever mattered to the Joker who Batman was, whether he knew that it was Bruce Wayne or not. It didn't ruin the fun for him. As long as he was still Batman, Joker could still fuck with him.
And I agree to that, but what bothered me was, at least from stories that have stuck out to me with Joker, is that he never wanted to know who Batman was because he didn't care. Now, there are some storylines where obviously he knows that it's Bruce Wayne, and it still doesn't change anything. He's still the Joker. He's still the Clown Prince. He's still, just about the chaos. Yeah. It doesn't change the Joker, but it was shocking for me to hear him say Bruce, because even in, like, as insane versions of the Joker as, like, the DC Universe Harley Quinn show, like, that version of the Joker got mad when he found out that it was Bruce Wayne, because he's like, I didn't want to know, like, I didn't care.
There's just so many different iterations, because I think the current one right now is that there's 3 different Jokers in the comics. That's why, there can be one in prison while one is still fucking
Wreaking havoc.
Yeah. And I think in another iteration of it, it's Alfred is the Joker. Yeah, he basically him and Bruce have a interaction, and Bruce is upset and walks out of the room, and then they show Alfred talking, and then while he's talking, he starts like putting on makeup and like dyeing his hair green, and basically when he brings his face back up, he's the Joker, and he says, after all, every Ahab needs his white whale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's also iterations
just a lot of
where
different.
His mom is the Joker.
Well, that's the Flashpoint paradox.
That's where Bruce was the one that died, and it drove her crazy.
Bruce died. His dad became Batman, and his mom went crazy and became the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah. But still, it was still just weird to hear the Joker call him Bruce.
It was also actually really cool seeing Jared Leto play the Joker to Jared Leto's potential, because I like Jared Leto.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Dude, Requiem for a Dream.
He's a great musician,
Dallas
and
Buyers
he's a
Club.
way better actor.
Yeah, way better actor. Dallas Buyers
Club. And
Club?
I love 30 Seconds to
Was
Mars.
the other...
Even in Fight Club.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's the blonde dude.
You're too fucking blonde!
Yeah. Oh, my God. What
Gets
movie
his
am I
face
thinking
just
of?
destroyed.
Oh, God of War. He plays the cokehead. Nicolas Cage is like cokehead
Yeah. That's,
he's
I forgot
a real
about that
good
movie.
actor. He's a real good actor. And then fucking the version that he was playing before this was garbage.
The crappy Suicide Squad.
But not his fault, but it was garbage.
Yeah, I mean, he did everything that he could to, like, embody the character. And I'm sure some of you guys have heard stories and rumors about, things he did on set that just, like, fuck with people. But he's definitely the person that gets into a character.
Yeah.
And he was robbed having a good character arc in that film. So it was really great to see him actually get to, like...
give it a... Yeah. Even if it was such a short scene.
But he still, like, came across as that cynical, just deviant.
Yeah.
That just...
I wonder, where does he get... in the future like that, where does he get the makeup still? Who's supplying him with the makeup, though?
Well, that's probably stained at this point in time. His eyes are probably just permanently darkened, and...
Batman, too. Because Batman wears makeup around the eyes and his cowl. You would think that would not be...
ashes?
The biggest...
They burned something and just...
You would think that wouldn't be so important in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Let me get my makeup on, and then let's go kick some ass.
Just hold on. I'm doing hot girl shit. But, I mean...
What's the song that they play for that?
I don't even know, but...
you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
But, I mean, in some of the comic storylines, I mean, his skin is bleached because he fell into the acid.
Acme, yeah.
But as for, like, the rest of the makeup, who knows?
No.
But they do show that some of that green is starting to fade because he's got some regrowth going. He needs to go to a salon.
Needs some highlights.
Needs to see Betty at the salon. I don't know why I chose Betty.
That's okay. No, I like it.
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah.
I see how you got there. Hulk.
I'm glad you made the connection because I did not. I just picked a lady name that wasn't super common, I guess. But anyways, so yeah, that's the Snyder Cut.
Pretty much the end of it, yeah. I mean, there's so much more we could talk about, but we just don't want to have a 4-hour episode explaining a 4-hour movie.
Yeah, and
so just go watch
it. We waited so long for this film. We don't want to take away everything from you guys if you haven't watched it yet either, because it's awesome. Now,
that being said,
before we get into talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we do need to talk about our second sponsor as well, which this week is Raise Energy Drinks. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raise Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with zero crash. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, empowered by their Refresh formula technology, Raise Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration. But most importantly, every can of Raise Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
Yeah. So. Okay. All right. So we are back, and do I even say that? I shouldn't say that.
You can say that. Who cares?
Okay. Whatever. Because you just cut it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so now we're gonna dig into Falcon and the Winter Soldier a little bit. This was the pilot episode.
Pilot
was
episode
on
Disney Plus came out Friday the 19th.
Friday. Yeah.
And
it was good. I liked it.
I was excited. It
started out very strong.
The first 5-10 minutes of it, you're like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah, it was insane.
Basically, Sam is working as a hero for hire, more or less, for the
government.
For the military. Because that's what he knows. He was a special ops person before he joined the Avengers. So he kind of goes back to that. We get he meets I can't even remember in the show, his last name in real life. I think it's David Ramirez in real life. Is kind of like his tech guy, his boots on the ground kind of person, his point of contact. But
the kid?
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah.
He's also just kind of
that gets his fucking,
he's a little bit of a fanboy.
Later.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets stomped down hard by the Flag Smashers.
He is familiar. I've seen him and stuff before. I can't
tell you what he's in.
Keep talking.
We're just gonna do it.
You keep talking.
But it starts off really strong. It's a super action-packed. Basically, Sam is trying to rescue a high-ranking member of the military who's been kidnapped by Barack the Leaper.
You're right. Danny Ramirez is his name.
Not Dave. I'm sorry. Danny Ramirez. But we saw Barack is it Barack?
What?
The Leaper. The Albanian guy that was also in Winter Soldier. Bullrock.
Oh, the UFC fighter?
Yeah.
That's fucking
his character's name.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Bullrock the Leaper, not Barack the Leaper. But he's back. We saw him first in Captain America: The Winter Soldier. He's the guy that goes fist to fist with Captain America on the ship. He's in real life. He's a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
So he's already super agile.
Yeah. It's what's his name? Van Zandt? But no, that's a chick.
I don't know.
I'm not looking it up.
I'm not familiar with
nothing
UFC
is
fighters.
screaming to me about any of his roles. The kid you were talking about, Top Gun. He's gonna be in Top Gun, the new one. But
I think why he looks so familiar is because he kind of looks like Mario Lopez, like a young Mario Lopez. Like he looks like he should have been in the Saved by the Bell reboot.
That's racist.
Look at his face. He looks like him.
Oh, it's George St. Pierre. That's who plays that guy.
George St. Pierre, yeah.
The UFC guy. Anyways, yeah. He's the one in Captain America 2 where he goes...
they're fighting on the ship.
And he goes, I thought you were more than just a shield. And then Captain America puts his shield away and goes, let's find out, and then beats the piss out of the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it turns out that his organization, they call it the LAF, which probably stands for lame as fuck. They basically kidnap a general from the military, and they're trying to get him across country borders so that they can't track him they can't extradite him, basically. Yeah. So it's this super awesome scene of Sam just flying around, dodging missiles.
Just taking names and kicking ass. He was doing all sorts of cool shit. Literally, like, flying in one side of a helicopter.
He kicks names and takes ass is what he does.
Kicking people out of the other side of it, and then just sitting down and being like, hey, what's up? You know, like, it was dope.
Super
it was so cool.
badass scene. Yeah. Really well done. And that started off the show.
And then they kind of go over to the other guy.
To Bucky Barnes, and he's struggling with PTSD.
Yeah, he's
like hard.
He is, yeah.
It shows him having like nightmares of like past missions
of him killing people.
Yeah. The innocent bystanders that he had to kill to like keep the entire thing quiet.
Yeah. And now he is friends with an old Asian man who is the father of somebody that he presumably killed. Yeah. It reminds me very much of New Girl, where Nick is friends with Tran. The Asian guy that doesn't talk. He meets him on like a bench.
On the bench, yeah.
And then he ends up dating Tran's daughter. And then in this episode, he ends up going on a date with the old guy's like. I don't know.
Well, it's just the bartender because they get lunch every week.
I'm pretty sure it's the same girl.
Oh, is it really?
I was talking about it with Nicole, and I'm like 95% sure. I didn't look it up, but I think so.
But it's...
We need you to play the same person that you played in New Girl. Is that cool?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You're getting typecast as a borderline extra. Is that okay? Can you play a supporting character for half an episode? That's all we need.
It's great. We get to see...
But it also shows Bucky, like, in therapy.
Yeah.
And
you get to see the remorse.
Yeah, and he's talking to the therapist, and at first it comes across like the therapist is just a big old...
bitch.
Your standard therapist, like... You need to talk to me. You need to tell me what's going on. We can't help you with this. And he like makes a couple of comments, and he's like, she says something to
he kind
Bucky.
of bullshits his way through it.
Yeah, and he's like, "Is that why you're such a great therapist?" And she's like, "No, I was a great soldier." And then you learn that like the reason that she's kind of helping him is because she presumably had to deal with a lot of the same guilt, not the same memories, obviously, but a lot of the same guilt and remorse, and had to overcome it. And is trying to help people in that similar situation. Yeah. But it...
Yeah, so some of the big... I think some of the big takeaways from the episode is...
We do meet the Flag Smashers also.
Yep, the Flag Smashers. Sam also surrenders Captain America's shield to the government.
Just for them to give you a big old fuck you back to him later, and we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, but he gives up the shield
in a really moving speech.
Yeah.
Where at first... you think like he might be accepting the shield, like, hey, like this was given to me, like I'm honored to step up, and he's like, you know, this is not for me. Yeah. And we see Rhodey, James Rhodes, in his Air Force Blues at that ceremony, and he even prods Sam a little bit, like, hey man, like why aren't you going to take up the mantle of Captain America? He chose you. Yeah. And Sam just keeps reiterating, you know, that last conversation that he had with Cap in Endgame about how when he gave him the shield, when Cap gave him the shield, he's like, this feels like it belongs to someone else.
Someone else, yeah.
And
but then Cap says it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, key points.
Yeah, so
he passed on the shield to the government.
And the government. And Sam goes back home. Sam goes back home to New Orleans to spend time with his family, to try and help his sister who's struggling financially
with their fishing business.
Yeah, so it's a shrimp and seafood. I mean, it's New Orleans. I mean, you're gonna get that
which is where he's
Cajun
from.
Creoles.
Anthony Mackie is from New Orleans.
Oh, is he really? Yeah, that's super cool. I didn't know that. And so he's just trying to help, and his sister's like, you can't just, like, come and go.
Yeah.
And just think that, like, you offering to, like, give money or help financially is going to make up for the fact that, like, you weren't here.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to get out of... Because it was their parents' business.
Yeah. Parents are dead now.
Yeah. And
but it's 50-50. The parents left it to both of them, not just her. And she's very much acting like... it was left to just her because he hasn't been around in her defense. Yeah. But now he's there trying to help, and he's saying, like, you know, it's mine too. Yeah. Let me help you.
Even though
But it's funny
I
when
think that he's a little in the wrong there because
yeah, no, totally.
just because he has name stake in it doesn't mean that it doesn't belong to him.
It is
at all.
funny when they go to the bank though.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, where do I know you from or whatever? And he goes, come on. And he goes,
he's like, you're the Falcon.
And he goes, yeah, and they high five each other and shit, dude.
And he's like, yeah, I can't give you a loan.
He goes, I don't want to feel. What is that? Get out of here, Jesus.
And he's like, yeah, so you haven't had any income for 5 years? And Sam's like,
I was dead.
It's kind of hard to have income when you don't exist.
Yeah.
Because he got blipped.
Yeah.
And the bank still denies their loan to, like, help them, like, you know, get back on top with their money. My dog is so clingy right now. You'll eventually end up seeing her on film a lot more, I'm sure.
Oh, she's coming up right now.
She's coming up right now.
Say
Guys,
hi,
everyone, this is Katie. Oh, you can't see her because the microphone's in the way. She's a rescue. She's a German Shepherd Husky mix. She's 4 years old.
Take the fucking thing.
Yeah, take
you
your
brought it up here.
Hey, okay.
You're the worst.
Katie.
Oh, thank you.
Katie, come on. Hop down.
If my dog sees it, you know how much trouble I'm going to be in?
Get down.
Well, she can't get down right there. That
Over
way.
here, yeah. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Right on the mouth.
Okay, bye. Girl.
Bye, bitch.
Oh, he did.
I tried polite.
And she's coming right back over.
Yeah.
Well, because Jake didn't shove her off. Just go lay down.
Anyways, yeah. So Falcon wins. It's good. Give it a watch. What are some other notable?
It's a little bit of a slow
we should talk
episode.
about the bad guys that step in the scene here a little bit.
Yeah, so we kind of threw around the name the Flag Smashers. Basically, they're anti-government terrorist organization. Yeah. It's a little V for Vendetta.
They haven't shown who the bad guy is, but he's strong.
Yeah, they haven't shown full faces yet.
I mean, he kicked the guy like 20 feet across the street into like a fucking light pole. He
stomps Danny Ramirez's face
in.
Doesn't kill him, but they say later in the episode that he like
broken orbital
broke his fucking skull.
Yeah.
And they look super intense, and then
it's gonna be fun.
Sam starts looking into the Flag Smashers a little bit, and then there's a press conference on TV of the same government official that accepted the shield from Sam for turning it in or for turning it over to the government. And he basically takes Sam's entire speech and recites it back to the people just so that they can introduce the new Captain America.
Captain Agent, as we said last week.
Yeah, U.S. agent.
Captain Fuckface.
Yeah, Captain Fuckface.
Which is, you know, he looks like the Gerber baby, so that makes sense.
The new Gerber baby?
What do you mean? I don't know. The Gerber baby. Is there a new Gerber baby? I've only known one Gerber baby.
The new Gerber, they changed the Gerber baby every so many years because obviously he doesn't stay a baby forever, but the new Gerber baby has Down syndrome.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. That's fucked up because I didn't know that. That's not fair. I'm thinking of like the old school like 1950s kid with the like swoop in his hair.
Okay, good. Okay. Oh, that was about to be real bad.
But
I mean, he doesn't look like that, but
what does he look like?
He looks like Carl from Up.
Carl from Up.
The old man.
The old man.
When he puts imagine Carl from Up
in a Captain America
helmet mask.
He looks ridiculous.
And the angle that they show him at, it's Wyatt Russell, so he doesn't look like that in real life.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son.
Yeah, he doesn't look like that in real life.
He's actually a very handsome man.
But the angle that they show him at
is very
is from like down here. It makes his face look super squished.
And he has no facial hair, so he's like a clean. That's why I said Gerber baby. He was like just
baby face, and he's got like these huge lips, and his ears stick out like Dumbo. That was intense, bro.
I tried to hold it back. It wasn't.
You've been holding that for like an hour.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he looks ridiculous.
He looks just goofy as fuck.
Yeah. Even the costume is dumb.
Well, it's comic accurate.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
So in the comics, it's U.S. agent.
But they show Sam. He's watching what do you call it? Ceremony? Whatever it is.
The C-SPAN special announcement, whatever.
Yeah.
The press conference about it.
And that's
the
where
end
it
of the
ends,
episode.
yeah. I was hoping there'd be an end credit scene. There was
So
not.
was I.
Watched, yeah.
But
there is no end credit scene on this one. We will personally watch every episode and tell you which episodes have end credit scenes. This one did not.
Yeah. If you want to wait till the Wednesday after they come out to find out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Otherwise, you can find out for yourself.
There is that.
But we will let you know in case you don't watch the credits.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
a fun episode.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's setting up a lot. There's a lot that's going to be happening, and I think there's going to be a lot of character development for Bucky also.
Yeah.
To the point where
Bucky got a haircut.
By the end of the show, he probably would be a worthy Captain America.
Yeah. I hope so.
I hope that we get both of them.
Yeah.
The Team Captain America.
Team Cap, yeah. Share the shield.
America.
Yeah. America, fuck yeah.
Sorry, so good though.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's the end of the first episode.
That's all we have to talk about as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Those are the two things. Watch both of them, please. Yeah. Tag us.
And
ask us questions.
If you guys caught stuff, there's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of random numbers shown throughout the Falcon the Winter Soldier that tie to certain comic book.
Yeah, usually those
articles.
are, which we've learned through WandaVision, it's like a shout out to the comic that they took inspiration from.
Yeah, that's really all it is. Not necessarily a foreshadowing of the story. But yeah.
If you have any questions about any of this stuff, this guy will tell you the website.
Yeah, feel free to reach out. You can always find us at www.allthingsnerdpodcast.com.
And we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have about it, if we can.
Yeah, you can also email us at hello@allthingsnerdpodcast.com. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're now on Twitch as well. So we're going to be doing more live streams in the future.
Yeah.
Which
means more giveaways.
More giveaways. We're also going to start streaming different things that we do, not just power hours, but games. I know that if you guys can see, compared to last week, there is nothing on my walls anymore. That's because I'm in the process of packing and moving. So I will be moving to Ohio. Yeah. It's for lovers, though. It really is.
I'm not going to say it.
Ohio is for lovers. For all those emo kids out there. But we will, while I'm out there, I'm not going to have a lot of things to do. So I'm going to be also streaming gameplay.
We've had a couple of requests for a request, but to play some online Magic on Twitch and stuff like that. So
Magic, I want to get a D&D campaign going, all digitally. There'll be ways to be a part of that isn't just following us and raising your hand and being like, please me. But we will be doing things like that, as well as streaming video games. We're gonna start throwing out other just video only content in the future with
10-minute videos or something
with quick recaps of various other things. I know that there's graphic novels that I want to get into,
or if a trailer drops that day, we could be yo, the trailer just dropped for
X, Y, and Z. We want to be on top of it, because right now we're just doing this once a week, and so much happens in a week, but we also don't want to take up 2.5 hours of your time for a single episode. So we're going to start adding more content going forward. And we hope that you guys like it. So please, if you're watching this, like the video, share it, smash that subscribe button, click follow, depending on what platform you're on. I don't know where they are in comparison to video. Like and subscribe, follow, share. Tell your postman.
Tell everybody.
Yeah,
we're here.
If you like what we're doing, awesome. If you don't like what we're doing, email us. And if it's super mean, we'll probably make fun of you. But if it's only kind of mean, we'll probably cry.
We're going to cry regardless.
Well, yeah. But with that being said, before we end this episode, we're going to go quickly get one more shot.
That we forgot to
that we forgot. That's why we have to go get it. So we're going to go get one more shot. We're going to cheers out, and then thank you guys so much for being a part of this.
We appreciate it.
We'll say thank you one more time before we're done, but hang tight. All right, so Wynn got some shots. But just thank you guys so much.
We love you guys.
Follow us on all the social medias that you want, and this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.
Boom.